So let's talk about what is a food toxicity anyway. What does that mean that we're dealing with food toxicities? Because it's really important to understand that this is not a food allergy that we're testing for. We have heard of food allergies, but that's different than what we're dealing with. Food allergies are launching a histamine response. An allergic response is a histamine. And so we might take Benadryl or another antihistamine to suppress those kinds of symptoms. That is not what we're talking about. If you have food allergies, you are probably having an immediate reaction to your food, and you might have those too. But what we're testing for is something much more subtle called a food toxicity. And this is actually an inflammatory response to food, and it can be delayed. It could be 2 or 3 days after you ate the food that you're having subtler symptoms like achy joints or headaches or fatigue or constipation, something mild that you can ignore for a while, but over the years they start to collect and there are more and more symptoms and everything's getting worse. That's when we're looking at toxicities. So what's happening is you're ingesting a food, and it could be something really healthy like spinach, but your body, for whatever reason, has agents in the blood that when that food hits the bloodstream, it says, OMG, I'm being poisoned right now, and I need my liver to launch this huge inflammatory response to break that down and kill it. So what's it really trying to break down and kill but your blood? Because there's nothing in there that, there's not a real poison, it's just food. And so you go into this state of inflammation where your body is trying to break stuff down all the time, and that's your blood, that's your muscle, those are your tissues that it's breaking down instead. That's what autoimmune disease is. And a lot of autoimmune disease really can stem from these food sensitivities. That's why we're calling it mystery illness, is the body can't make sense of why it feels like it's poisoned. So we're going to find out which foods are acting like poison, and we are not going to eat those anymore because we don't want to be in a state of poison. And from there, the liver gets a chance to rest, starts to detoxify, blood starts to get cleaned out, the intestines start to heal, everything starts to get better, your constipation is going away, your headaches are going away, your energy is much better, your mental clarity is better because you aren't poisoning yourself every day. So every time you have such a strong impulse to eat that food anyway because you miss it and you love it, just remember, would you eat a teaspoon of arsenic right now? That's pretty much what you're doing every time you put one of your food toxicities in your mouth. Good luck, take care.